Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you as we learn how to change our brain. I don't know whether you have ever heard this, that the way you were born, you will remain with the same brain until you die. And actually, there is this belief that you have always been made to believe that as you age, your brain also ages. But the truth is far from that. You have the power to make your brain, one, change, two, grow younger. Have you ever asked yourself, how is it that a 90-year-old, maybe man or a lady, can be able to learn how to play a guitar, how to play a piano? How do they do that? The truth is that God has created our brain in a very magnificent way. Like, it can be able to grow new cells each and every day. It can be able to make new pathways, and you learn new things every day. That is why as doctors we always advise you, learn something new every day. Don't go to bed until you have learned something new. So today we are going to look at how to change our brain, and the term in science that is used for that, it's called neuroplasticity. And the brain has the power to change. Yeah. And how does it work, or what is the importance of the brain changing? The importance of the brain changing is that it helps people to recover from stroke. It helps people to recover from injury. You know, you see, when someone has a stroke, they actually forget so many things. They forget, they can't even move their arms, especially from the side where the stroke has struck. They can't move their arms, they can't move their body from that side. But as they continue to recover, the brain creates new cells of the brain that it is able to grow. Like those cells, the brain creates new pathways. It also helps with learning disabilities. If you have a child, or even it is yourself who is thought, or even yourself, you think that you cannot be able to learn. The truth is that you're able to learn. You can become a fast learner. I've seen people being labeled as slow learners. Others are labeled as this is a dunderhead, they cannot learn anything. But the truth is, you are capable of being a fast learner. So this ability of the brain to grow, or to grow new cells, that is able to help us deal also with depression, anxiety disorders, addictions. If you know someone who is able, like, I don't know whether you've ever met someone who is addicted to something, maybe alcohol, hard drugs like bang, cocaine, and all those things, and they think that they cannot get out of their addiction. The truth is that it can be done, especially if you just are willing, and of course you ask God to help you. The truth is that it can be done. How? The brain creates new pathways that enable us to get out of those patterns that we have created in our brains. It also helps to overcome. I don't know whether you've ever met people who have autism disorder. That can also be overcome using neuroplasticity. And not only that, something else that I wanted us to look at, how do we then change our brain? The brain, or we can change our brain through four things. One, it is the environment that you are in. If you are in an environment that is stressing, yeah, if you're in an environment that is uplifting, your brain has the power to adapt. If you keep on telling yourself that you can do this, it can be done. Behavior, how do you behave? That is another factor that helps the brain to change. How do you think? Thinking. So we have talked about environment, we have talked about behavior, how do you behave. We have also talked about thinking. Yeah, I don't know, of course I know you have heard the power of positive thinking. If you keep thinking positively, believe you me, positive things will happen. And the Bible has actually recorded that. It says that you are what you think, or better put, as a man thinketh, so is he. So you are what you think. So if you think positively, you are a positive person. If you think negatively, of course you are a negative person. Number 4, something that helps to change our brain is actually emotions. Yeah, so what emotions do you harbor in your heart, or even in your brain? Yeah, are you an angry person? Anger is an emotion. Are you a happy person? Those are some of the things that can help change your brain. And because we're saying we can change our brain, the brain can change for the better or even for the worse. So, and of course, but for us, we want to change it for the better. So there are things that we can do to help our brain, yeah, change for the better, that is positively. And some of these things are like, you have to be determined. You have to stay, determined. No matter what, I can do this, I have to do this. If you want to conquer addiction, you have to remain positive. You want to tell yourself that you can actually do that. You have to have focused attention. You want to learn something new, you have to tell yourself, I have to, I have to learn this. This must be remain in my brain. So we have talked of like how the methods that we can use. Number 1 is determination. You have to be very determined. If you want to break maybe an addiction, you have to be determined. You have to have attention. If you want to learn something, you have to work hard. You have to be disciplined about it. Something else is that you have to maintain overall brain health. And that includes eating foods that will help your brain health. Having said that, as I wind up on this video, is that what are the foods that we can eat, to better our brains, to make our brains stronger and healthy, and also, stronger and healthy. So some of the things that we can eat, or some of the foods that we can eat are, for those of us who eat eggs, you can do eggs. Eggs are very good, or they're very rich in something we call choline. Choline is, it is a substance that supports cognitive function. It helps brain function. The other thing that you can eat are walnuts. Walnuts are very good when it comes, or they are rich in omega-3, and these omega-3 fatty acids, they fight oxidative stress, and also they help you if you have any inflammation. Well, they do that. Like if the brain is inflamed, the omega-3 in walnuts help to combat that. Number 3, you can actually take 100% orange juice. You take orange juice because it is very rich in some of these. It is very rich in vitamin C. It is also very rich in vitamin B6. It has thiamine, and also it has flavonoids. So those are some of the substances that help your brain, to remain young and also to learn more. Not only that, if you have mushroom, if you have access to mushroom is something that you can eat to make your brain younger, to make your brain healthy. Why? Because it is very rich in copper. That is, mushrooms are very rich in copper, and also niacin, which help in processing all, and especially if you're someone who works somewhere, you need to process things. Also, when you need to perform, tests, mushroom is very good when it comes to that. And finally, these are not the only things that you can eat, but these are some of the things that you can eat to better your brain health. You have also blueberries. Blueberries are very rich in some of these nutrients that help the brain to remain young, to change for the positive. So I challenge you, give these foods to your child whom you want to be bright, to be better in everything. And also, even before I wind up, some of the things that we also need to do, like to grow our brains, or even to make our brains to grow, methods of enhancing, to change the brain for the better. We need to physically exercise. Every time you go for a workout, for jogging, you think you're helping your body. By the way, let me tell you, you're actually helping the brain better. So physical exercise, you need to do that. You also need to enhance frontal lobe functions. That is, you need to memorize a scripture, or you read the Bible, you have memory verses. That is one of the things some of the things that we can do to enhance the frontal lobe function. And the other thing is that you can do is working with your two hands. Do the dishes. Not only we advocating for working, like for doing exercise, physical exercise, but also doing the dishes, going to dig, or if you have a flower garden, a kitchen garden, go dig. Why? Because the brain is able to, like, you're doing several things at the same time, and the brain is able to process all those things at a go. So I encourage you to work. So for the parents who have kids, and you feel that my child, they just need to be with their books and learn, I have to tell you, you have to let your child learn how to wash the dishes, to clean the house. You don't have to always let the house help do all those things. When they are done eating, let them move the dishes from the table to the washing area. And also, we have nutrition. You have to be very careful of what you're eating to improve your brain. Anyway, that is it for today. I welcome you to continue liking, subscribing, and also share these videos so that people may learn some of these things that you have known. Yeah, so may God bless you. Stay healthy. Eat walnuts, to keep your brain healthy. Not only that, I encourage you to take orange juice to keep your brain healthy. Until next time, may God bless you. Ciao.